Let's start this with a prayer. Dear Father, I thank you for this day and this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready in the name of Yeshua from Nazareth. Let's cut this bread. Galatians 5:1. Yeshua has set us free to live a free life, so take your stand. Never again let anyone put a harness of slavery on you. Leviticus 18:6. None of you shall approach any one of his close relatives to uncover nakedness. I am the Lord. Proverbs 6:32. He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. Now, I have often said that I don't know that I have an issue with something until I come up against it. And listen, lust, ego stroking, it just, it's deep. And I don't think that people really think about it like, oh, it's just harmless. I'm just scanning the scene to see what's out here. You don't need to see nothing. I'm going to talk about me because I don't know you. So I always felt like, or I have always had an escape for something instead of actually dealing with it. I'm not even going to lie to you. And me kind of feeling like, and I believe that everything happens for a reason, and we really need the things that happen to us sometimes to help open up our eyes, because you're blind. I was blind in a situation. But it really is a narrow road. And let me tell you, like, it's so easy. It is so easy to just veer off. So I got bored. I needed to get my ego stroked. So I create a whole Tinder account. And when I tell you it's nothing to get like a lot of people, like I've said this before, I pay for the subscription so I don't have to swipe. And everybody is there, and I can just go through and pick who I want. And I think that came from like not being able, to see my worth and my value, and thinking that, I was picked over, or knowing that I was picked over. Now I got the power to pick over. I'm going to pick over. You see how crazy that is? This is the wild part, the processing part. Yeshua said, or Galatians 5:1 says, Yeshua has set us free to live a free life, so take your stand. Never again let anyone put a harness of slavery on you. And me walking back, putting my head like in the little thing, like, here, let's go. I'm locked in. I know it's empty, like, and I, listen, I think it's demeaning to have all of this here. But I justify it where it's like, but it's not me though. But it is me. People, like, we're not even on the same level. And like, I'm trying to figure out my nothingness, and you just like trying to get off on your nothingness. Me too. Listen, I was trying to get off of my nothingness. I know. But I thought about it like, trying to entertain a conversation with somebody. I'm not right. I'm not right at all. Then it goes even further, because then you get like these messages like, oh, do you just want to hook up? Now, I have not thought about hooking up with anybody. And when I did, like, I used to have somebody on deck and I could just do. Hey, are you good tonight? Yep. Literally come through, smash and dash. And felt no type of way about it. But now it's like, why do I want to keep hurting myself? What is the point of me doing all of this and moving in my nothingness, and knowing that if I like go a step further, it's going to be horrible? Not realizing like I was just with somebody who was entertaining multiple people. So did I think that those spirits weren't going to come for me? Did I think that I was safe, and really playing on the fact that like I had some hidden cracks? And then it goes back to me being abused younger and then being misinformed about sex and all the things that go with it, and just using it as a weapon instead of like it being the weapon that destroys me. Like, I'm destroying myself. Proverbs, 6:32, he who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. And I don't have to be in a relationship with somebody. I'm in a relationship with the Most High. Like, I used to have a whole porn problem, and like opening the door for Tinder, right, got me like, I fell. Whole little porn situation one time, but still felt it. And this is how sneaky the enemy is, because he has somebody call me like, hey, can you come help me with my nails? Sure. I go help this person with their nails, and they're living a life that I'm trying to walk away from. And I know this sounds crazy, but there was just something about like having sex with somebody and treating them that just intrigued me. I wanted to treat you like absolutely nothing, not realizing that's my pain and my brokenness. Like, why? And I'm asking the Most High, I'm like, why allow the pain to direct my movements? And he's like, because you gotta lay it down. You gotta want to be healed so pain doesn't direct you anymore. And I said, why do I have to hurt me and do more damage? Because you don't want to kill it, he said. You don't want to kill the fact that this could entertain you. You don't want to kill the fact that you like this stuff. Sexual immorality. Yeah, let me do some vile things to you. And let me tell you, I don't know if a kid might watch it, so I can't even say. Just real nasty and cutthroat. And then to just like treat you like nothing. Because that's how like most of my sexual experiences have been, like younger, before, you know, realizing I had the power to run it. I wasn't in control when I was sexually abused when I was younger. And then not having anybody, like I went and had a kid because I didn't have anybody to love me, but still was like super sexually active because I needed that bonding, but it was all like wrong. I know now, right? Like, God don't play. And if he tells you to stay away from a thing and you don't, he's going to give you over to that. And I'm thinking like, I'm thinking to myself, could I really put myself in a situation where it would be a smash and pass or dash? I'm so scary. The thought was there. But it was like, why risk everything that I have now? Like my peace, my joy, my wisdom, my discernment. Why risk it all for something that's nothing? And I don't know, maybe like, I don't know you, but me, like, I can't have no more hidden cracks within me. It can't be something that it's nothingness. I'm really trying to move away from the nothingness that, you know, has been in me and the nothingness that has been in me, because it's a fight against my flesh and my soul. Stay, be miserable. Just do it because it feels good. It feels good for the moment. And then I don't even know if I would have peace like doing it. But just like opening doors and having like these things have a hold, this lifestyle have a hold. For what? I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. And like I was telling my friend, because we're having this conversation, and she's like, just do it. It feels good. There's nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, no. I just came from living like this for a long time. I don't want to. I don't want to. I know what it's like to be numb and just move, and you know, the instant gratification. I get that. I'm not gonna let anybody put a harness of slavery on me, even if that's me. These things I have to bring to the Most High, because it's not the first time. You know how many times I gotta call my titi like, hey, I messed up again. That gets embarrassing. And then she'll be like, when is he gonna be enough? When is he gonna be enough? And when I'm talking to him about the Most High, about like my brokenness, he's like, you don't have to be afraid of this love and of this healing and walking in righteousness. Literally gave me an example, and the visual was like some little girl who's begging for crumbs. You don't have to live like that. You're my daughter. Stop doing this. Don't try to shortcut. Don't try to heal. Things that are an issue, bring them to me. I will cleanse you. And you know what's so wild? It's like, who can you have conversations with? Like, hey, I'm struggling with jumping off the bridge and just doing a whole bunch of reckless stuff because I'm hurt. Instead of sitting back and like resting and recuperating. It's nobody but him. So don't think that like this walk is just one and done. Oh, okay, I'm saved. Nothing is going to happen. Nah. You got to be like battle tested. It's a bigger fight coming. And if we can't get this fight within ourselves together, we ain't gonna make it. Holla God.